Nursery on Brunswick. The corner of Leicester Street and Brunswick Street is an iconic Fitzroy site on Wurundjeri Wurrung country. Previously home to the Fitzroy Nursery for over 40 years, locals have come to know and love this place as a verdant, open-air respite within the tough urban fabric of the high street. Being a local resident themselves, our clients shared this view. The site is made up of 2 titles and totals 550 square metres. Here we have the existing conditions and the site when it was the nursery was cleared out and some of the lean-tos removed. The development brief called for the retention of an existing heritage terrace with new mixed-use programming to the remainder of the site, namely 6 build-to-rent apartments, 3 first-floor commercial tenancies and 2 ground-floor retail tenancies. This breakdown is not atypical of a mixed-use development. However, it was the reinterpretation of the community amenity that the site had long offered to the neighbourhood that defined this project. So here looking at 4-storey massing, setting back of the upper level, which you can see here. And the project respectfully maintains the parapet heights of the existing street wall whilst articulating mullion breakups speak to the tapestry of the existing shopfront windows along Brunswick Street. Insertions of voids, which highlight the primary entries, and opportunities for green space. The open-air voids and planter boxes allow the space to be rewild the site and a new space for the nursery. The north-facing atrium-like void is a key architectural device in serving an array of project requirements, from programmatic resolution through to cultural and community benefit. So this is the new Leicester Street north-facing facade, and this was the original, which allowed for limited engagement from within the site. Whilst the atrium benefits all tenancies and passers-by, it was primarily conceived as a new home for the nursery, whose own requirements had shifted over time. Here, the original nursery and the original gateway into the nursery by artist Deborah Halpin, and the restored gate within the nursery. Courtyard. The 40-year-old maple tree was returned to the site with the help of a crane. Sorry, there we go. Another discovery was the Banksy rat with ghetto blaster stencilled in the nursery doorway, carefully protected during construction and now that the project is complete. Countering more typical yield-based developments in the area, the atrium prioritises quality of amenity over quality of NLA. By centralising the atrium in the plan, a clear organisation of program becomes possible. Commercial and retail tenancies are located along the vibrancy of Brunswick Street Entertainment Precinct, while private elements of the program, namely residences, are set to the quieter eastern end of the site, abutting predominantly red brick terrace houses. So ground floor, there are 2 retail tenancies. The nursery has actually taken both over, one as a kind of landscape business and then retail, which the courtyard is part of the tenancy. Shared toilets, bike store and the car stackers, 9 from the rear lane. There was an overland flow issue, so no basement was permitted, despite a requirement to lift the ground floor due to overland flow across the whole site. Close attention was given to ensure an active street level interface. Services are housed in an open garden bed, enabling a dynamic street corner as well as access to northern light from tenants within. And also addressing the raised garden floor level, equitable access discreetly integrated with an internal ramp winding around the courtyard. Level 1, there are 3 commercial tenancies ranging from 27 to 93 square metres, occupying the Brunswick Street interface, and 2 residences at the back, and 3 more apartments on level 2. Generous setbacks to level 3 not only provide large outdoor terraces to the 4-bedroom apartment house, generously sized at 203 square metres, but also disguise the building's scale in an increasingly developed neighbourhood. This apartment also caters for the client's own family should mobility ever become a problem. With their current 3-storey warehouse and studio in Moore Street, Fitzroy, we designed for them in 2015, building designed by Wurundjeri. However, currently there are 4 doctors renting the top floor apartment in the development. The top floor is a lightweight structure clad in custom pleated metal, the crown of the building. Internally, this profile is repeated in solid timber to clad the kitchen range hood. The typical apartment kitchens, robust materials of laminate and porcelain to suit the build-to-rent model, and a slightly up-spec'd top-floor kitchen. Materially responsive to its heritage surrounds, the nursery is constructed from a traditional solid brick veneer instead of more typical brick slips. This enabled the project to reuse bricks from the site's previous structures. So open-air corridors, apartment entries, unpainted recycled red bricks to the voids, and with the painted red brick to the outer skin, more durable for the frequent tagging that occurs at street level. Inboard north-facing balconies opening to the courtyard. They're the open ones on the left. In line with the program's commitment to host long-standing local businesses, the project's sustainability initiatives include decommissioning of gas, rainwater collection, a solar array and convenient bike storage to encourage sustainable modes of transport. The somewhat counterintuitive reinterpretation of the 40-year-old nursery defines this project. It provides light, greenery, garden vistas and amenity to both tenants and to the public realm. In the words of our lovely client John, who I should say bought this site and had no prior relationship or obligations to the Fitzroy Nursery, in his words, while we are not professional property developers, we brought the same values that we use in our design-led business into our collaboration with CCA, putting the people who live and work in the space at its centre with an emphasis on community. Fitzroy Nursery has been a beating heart of Brunswick Street's community for nearly 40 years, and we wanted it to remain this way. Thank you.